time running out, it's going to be a tricky winch job.
Come on, Mark, keep things moving, please. Okay.
If time runs out, the chopper crew will have no choice but to leave Paul and the patient's wife behind. A luxury cruise liner is heading to New Zealand from LA, but a passenger on board requires urgent medical treatment. The cruise ship is 180 nautical miles out in the Pacific Ocean, only just close enough for the chopper to attempt the airlift.
Our fuel's obviously a critical part of the mission. We need to carry the reserve requirements to come back here. So we're going out with 1,800 pounds of fuel.
It's a long way over water.
The key to this rescue is planning and timing. They need to reach the ship, winch the patient off, and fly back to Whangarei Hospital within their planned flight time. An hour into the flight, and there's still no sign of the cruise ship.
We still haven't got you sighted.
Even for an experienced rescue team, this is uncharted territory.
This is the longest I've done, 160 nautical miles out over the ocean and then back again. Previous to that, I was only a passenger, but it was 120 nautical miles out to sea. But this, by a long shot, 160 nautical miles.
90 minutes after leaving base, the crew see the lights of the cruise ship in the distance. They only have 30 minutes to complete the winch rescue before they will need to turn back to shore.
Seaborne Odyssey, you just let us know whether there are any wires or obstacles in the region.
The chopper needs to get close enough to the ship without getting tangled in any wires.
Negative, sir. All clear.
The vessel's turned downwind to avoid the winchman being blown into its side by high winds.
Winchman is secure to the hook.
But manoeuvring a vessel this size isn't easy, and the chopper rescue crew need to wait.
Permission to winch. Can't be one.
Yep, I'm just still turning to port at the moment, sir. I'm just still turning to port to give you that wind about 30 degrees on the starboard bow.
With the ship still steaming ahead, it's going to be a tricky winch job. Everyone's timing must be perfect, or paramedic Paul could collide with the vessel.
Quick as you can, keep things moving. In the doorway. Yep. Coming on safety. And winching out.
Immediately, the wind sends Paul into a spin.
Steady. Steady. Steady.
It's a struggle, but Paul manages to get the winch under control.
On the deck, good clearances. Off the hook. Winching in the hook, clear back and left. Clear of the vessel.
On board, a medical team is standing by with the American patient and his wife.
This is the plan. I'm going to winch you up first, and then I'm going to winch you up, man. Okay?
But there is an unexpected issue.
What's running here?
That's normal feeling.
Okay, all right, we'll detach all that. If we can, it's just going to get in the way.
The delay is eating into the planned winch time, and the tension is mounting.
Paul, limit 1, do you copy?
Paul, the paramedic, needs to move. The 30-minute window the chopper has to make the rescue is closing fast.
Okay, hooks in hand and ready for him to come out on the deck. Still no sign. There he is.
12 minutes have already passed.
So he's waiting for the patient, by the looks.
And the crew only have 18 minutes left to winch the patient and his wife aboard.
There's the chair.
Finally, the ill man appears on the deck.
Clear of the vessel. Winching in. Approaching the door. Safety stop. And bring him inside.
One down, one to go. With time running out, Paul has to return to the ship to collect the sick passenger's wife.
Come on, Mark, keep things moving, please. Okay.
But she is unaware of the time-critical situation facing the rescue team. If time runs out, the chopper crew will have no choice but to leave Paul and the patient's wife behind. Finally, she responds to the helicopter team's urgency and is ready to be winched.
Clear up and away slope. Weight of 2 coming on. And lifting now. Move left, brake 10 and forward, good clearances. Clear of the deck. Second thumb, move left only. 2. Left 1, call your target. Left 3, good clearance. Approaching the door now.
And with that, the cruise ship can continue on her way.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. A very safe flight home to you. Thank you so very much indeed for your assistance. Bye-bye now.
It's a dramatic end to the Americans' luxury cruise, but it's not over for the crew. They need to get the man to Whangarei Base Hospital fast and within their allocated flight time.
We're just on the cusp of range. We're 100 miles, bearing 045 from the Wannerei Airport.
Everybody on board is on the lookout for land. Finally, there's land in sight.
Yeah, we've burnt off all that fuel. 1,100 pounds of fuel. We're heading in the right direction, Pete.
Northcom HeliMed 1, good morning.
Good morning. We're inbound for Northland Base Hospital with 6 POB. And our ETA here will be 12 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. Over.
After spending over 3 hours in the air, the rescue crew touched down at Whangarei Base Hospital.
Warrior traffic, you Tango Foxtrot miles for 24, touch and go.
The patient was treated for his gallbladder and made a full recovery. Hopefully his memories of this helicopter journey will be better than his last.
The last time he was in a helicopter was back in World War II over in Europe, so a bit of an experience for him.
Located in the Central Pacific, New Caledonia was a strategic outpost during World War II. 70 years on, 2 New Zealand Navy vessels, along with mine countermeasures teams from Australia, France and the US, are joining forces for a clean-up mission known as Operation Lagoon Minex 2010. To protect the island from wartime invasion, 12 defensive minefields were laid around the island and the surrounding lagoon. With the area now listed as a World Heritage Site and with large volumes of marine traffic entering the area, the sunken mines are now a major safety issue. To locate the sunken mines, a piece of equipment with a sonar scanner is used called a remus. It resembles a mini submarine and is referred to as the fish. The mine countermeasures team are retrieving the fish from its latest mission.
So it kind of spirals its way up to the surface.
Here it is.
The data retrieved will be analysed to see if it has located any mines.
The next stage will be to actually download the sonar files, which is what we're really interested in for detecting mines.
Early next morning, the NZ Navy and the Royal Australian Navy remus team analysed the data collected by the fish.
This is the sort of thing we're looking out for, generally sort of scored out in a pit where the currents run past and hollowed out underneath it. I'm confident, but this is quite a deep mine. It's about 38 metres, so the diver's got very limited time down there. But I'll be pretty content that he's going down on a live mine here.
Dawn on day 4 and the dive team prepare to investigate the contacts that the fish has located to determine if they're mines. A potentially hazardous mission like this requires specialised diving equipment. The Viper set is no ordinary dive set.
It's a non-magnetic set which allows us to dive on influence mines and also mines that pick up a magnetic signature.
At a depth of 24 metres, the divers strike success. Most of the contacts are indeed mines.
Diver's gone down, reacquired it and verified that it is a mine, so MCN guys will be happy. It's number 30 for the ship, so the ship will be happy, and now they're just moving on to the next target.
Only an hour into the dive,
another one.
And the divers have located 5 contacts, 2 mines and 3 non-mines. One of the non-mines proves to be a large rock.
It's nice to be here and actually doing it for real and finding real ordnance, real mines. Gives the guys a bit of a buzz.
By the time the dive teams swap over, Team A have found a total of 7 mines, so Team Bravo have a lot to live up to. However, after less than 10 minutes, panic strikes.
Came across a certain creature below.
Came across a shark, but they've managed to scare the shark away and they're getting back in. But no doubt when they come back, the shark will be 4 metres and was attacking them and all sorts, but we'll see. That shark was bigger than mine. What happened, buddy? A couple of sharks. Nothing a fin or a knife can't get rid of. See Darren come flying in the boat. Yeah?
The shark proved a dangerous diversion on what's been a successful day.
The guys had approximately 36 contacts to dive on. We managed to find 16 mines.
The priority tomorrow is to enter the final phase of the mission and detonate the mines. The 461 kg mine will be detonated using a remote-controlled timer inside a mine lifting bag. Similar to a balloon, the bag will capture the fragments if the mine explodes early. But before that happens, the team of 9 divers need to make the explosives.
Then we'll join them together and we'll just wrap it up in glad wrap and it'll be all ready to go. It's just like making a bread.
Once everything's connected up, we get the guys to put the fire on or ignite the safety fuse. There's a 5-minute lead time, ignites the detonator, functions the detonating cord, functions the main charge, and with any luck, and I'm sure this will happen tomorrow, it will detonate the mine.
It's the last day of the mission, and the divers are poised to seek and destroy the mine.
Okay guys, listen up. Just been on the phone to CTG about today's activities. Unfortunately, today's counter-mining activity or serial is cancelled. Basically, the French are concerned operationally they haven't got enough vessels in the water to maintain maritime security, and also there's a strong push regarding the environmental impact of a counter-mine in the lagoon. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to say today's activity is cancelled.
While the dive team are disappointed, Operation Lagoon Minex 2010 continues to dive for one last day, giving them over 40 mines to destroy at a later date, making the waters of New Caledonia finally safe.